Hi, it's Shelly and welcome to my channel. What are we doing today? In today's food video, we are going to talk about 10 common Mexican dishes that you might not find on the Taco Bell menu. Authentic and delicious, each one of these amazing culinary delights should be on your must-try list when you visit Mexico. So let's get started. Chilaquiles, the most popular breakfast in the country. Triangles of toasted tortillas simmered in red or green salsa. Pulled chicken is sometimes added, and it's commonly topped with crema, queso fresco, onions, and often served with a fried egg on top. A side of beans and or avocado, depending on the region and the chef. Tamales, dough made of masa corn filled with meats, cheese, fruits, vegetables, herbs, chilies, or any combination of anything, then steamed in a corn husk or banana leaf, which then could serve as your plate. Tamales can be traced back to 8000 BC, making them one of the oldest foods that are still around today. Their preparation hasn't changed much in 10,000 years. Pozole is a traditional soup or stew. It's made with hominy, meat, and chilies and spices. Common toppings are onion, cabbage, radish, avocado, and lime. Pozoles vary depending on what region you're in. There are three main types. Red is made by preparing a red sauce with red chilies. Green is made by preparing a green sauce with green tomatoes and vegetables, cilantro, jalapenos, or cucumber. White is made with no additional sauces added. Pozole is a meal in itself and is rich in flavor and tradition. A churro is a fried dough originally from Spain, made with pastry dough piped into hot oil with a star-tipped piping bag, then covered with sugar and cinnamon, and often sold from street carts in Mexico. Churros are listed on the Mexican government's page as the most Mexican dessert. Crunchy, sweet, with a touch of cinnamon. Perfect to enjoy with a hot drink or dipped into your favorite dipping sauce. Think chocolate. They can also be filled with caramel or chocolate if the sweet sugar plain one isn't enough for you. To die for. Elote is one of the Spanish words for corn, and in the context of this video, we are referring to corn on the cob, seasoned and served from a street cart in any city in Mexico. This dish is a combination of pre-Hispanic and Spanish ingredients and has evolved over time. Originally, it was served with chili and epazote. The Spanish added lemon and cheese to the mix, and after the 17th century, when mayonnaise was invented, that was added to make what is known today as elotes. Don't want the mess of eating corn on the cob? It can be served in a cup with all the same ingredients, and then we call it esquites. Very common street cart food, so don't be afraid to try it. Tostadas is more of a way of serving a dish rather than an actual dish in its own right. Taco or tostada, you start with a tortilla. To make a tostada, the tortilla is deep fried or toasted to make a flat or bowl-shaped tortilla, which can be eaten on its own or used as a base for other foods. The same as a taco. Typically, tostadas are made in corn tortillas, but wheat and other ingredients can also be found. A stale tortilla can be repurposed as a tostada, thus saving food from being wasted. Tostadas are often served as an accompaniment to stews or soups, the same as bread. Gordita in Spanish means chubby, so think of the dish as a thick tortilla, stuffed with yummy goodness. If you think of a pita, but made with corn masa, you get the picture. There are two versions. First is deep fried. The dough is filled with meat and fried in boiling oil until it's golden and crispy. After it's cooked and the oil drained off, a slit is cut into one side and lime juice and salsa are stuffed inside. In some regions, the gordita will be stuffed with cheese, nopales, tomatoes, guacamole, potatoes, beans, and or chilies. Traditionally, gorditas are also filled with chicharrones, but also stew, shredded beef, al pastor, eggs with chorizo, or carnitas can also be stuffed in there. The baked version is almost the same, except the dough is thicker. When it's slit and filled, it looks like a sandwich made with tortillas. Either way, be sure to enjoy a chubby gordita when visiting Mexico. This dish is basically a green chili, usually poblano, stuffed with meat or cheese and coated with an egg white batter and fried. It's often served with a tomato sauce. The national dish, chiles en nogada, is a variation of chile relleno and is typically available in September to celebrate the National Independence Day in Mexico. In this version, the chili is stuffed with apple, pear, and peach and drenched in a cream, cheese, sherry, and walnut sauce and topped with pomegranate seeds and parsley, thus giving it the red, green, and white appearance like the colors of the Mexican flag. Any way you have it, chile relleno is delicious. Huarache is another typical Mexican dish with an elongated shape like a sandal of the same name. It has beans smashed in the center before being topped with salsa, onions, potatoes, cilantro, and some sort of protein like steak, ribs, or eggs, and a queso fresco and nopales, cactus leaves, and salsa. The dough is corn-based and is a bit thicker than a tortilla. It's fried, then the toppings added. If you see huaraches on the menu, be sure to try them. Birria is a Mexican dish from the state of Jalisco. It is a meat stew or soup traditionally made from goat meat, but can also be made from beef, lamb, or chicken. The meat is marinated in an adobo, then cooked in a broth. You can order this savory consomme either with or without the meat, or you can get the meat in a broth-battered tortilla with cheese for dipping in the broth. Toppings include onions, cilantro, and lime. Birria tacos are messy, amazing dish that you will want to lick your fingers to enjoy every drop. Well, that's a wrap on today's food video. I hope you've been inspired to try some or all of these amazing Mexican dishes. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos on Mexico food and life. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.